Lombard. Thanks. Have a good day. Well, let's move on. We'll get our focus back on some of the big buzzing themes, and auto ancillaries is one space that has risen quite a bit. Minda Industries reported their Q1 numbers. There was a loss expectedly because the extended lockdown and low demand hit earnings, but the outlook of the company has been positive. Sunil Bohra, the group CFO of Minda Industries, joins us now to talk about that. Sunil, good morning and thanks for being with us. You know, your biggest clients are the likes of Maruti, Bajaj Auto and Honda, and we've seen a drastic improvement in demand in August compared to June and July. What's the sense you're getting?
Thank you. So the sense currently what we are getting is definitely there have been 2-3 factors which we believe are adding up to the current demand momentum, and we believe that they should continue for some time. The first, obviously, on topmost is the personal mobility. I think we all know that because of the pandemic, everybody wants to be safe, want to play safe. People are trying to sort of avoid the shared mobility or the public transport. I think that is something which is creating the demand, be it in the two-wheeler or in the four-wheeler. I think one big factor which we sort of are missing is that over last 12 to 15 months, the lot of confusion in the market in terms of people's expectation was about from BS4 to BS6 transition. And we all were thinking that people will come back to the market or the demand will come, but the demand didn't. And people, I believe that they have chosen to wait and watch and go for the higher upgradation, which is a BS6 rather than a BS4. So I think that demand also was pending in the market, which was expected to hit. And some of those demands we believe is also coming into the market. And also I'm pretty confident in that first 2 months, which was like June and July. There was little bit factor of maybe a pent up demand because there was a complete lockdown for almost close to 2 months. So definitely that also has sort of built into some sort of a growth in last couple of months. But as we see today, we see August or we see going forward September, the momentum seems to be continuing. And as we know that pent up demand normally doesn't last more than a month or two. And if this momentum continues till September, October, there is a strong feeling that this demand should continue. Obviously, there is a festive season coming around the corner. But the personal mobility thing definitely is adding to a lot of demand currently in the market. So that is the current theme what sort of we are trying to analyze.
Sorry, did you give the capacity utilization if I missed it?
No, not really.
What is the capacity utilization?
It's as of now, it's very difficult to say. I can say what is about past. So if I see, say today for in August, right, the capacity utilization from compared to the pre-COVID levels last year, say last year August to this year August, or last year July to this year July. So two-wheeler is almost definitely leading the pack with demand close to 80-90% of the last year numbers, and four-wheeler is also fast catching up. And as we hear, the September numbers are looking to be even better. It's very difficult to comment today what the medium-term to long-term numbers are going to be because it's like shooting in the dark. We are all living by the day.
So in your press release, you said that you bagged fresh orders from Korean OEMs for alloy wheels. Can you tell us what's the quantum of those orders and any other fresh orders that you've received outside of India from OEM players?
Right. So as we all know that till now, we have had one technology which is called a gravity-based die casting technology for manufacturing of four alloy wheels. And globally, there are only two technologies. The GDC technology and another is LPDC, which is low pressure die casting technology. And there are OEMs which have a specific need or specific selection for one kind of technology. So a guy who is using one technology normally don't go for the other one or vice versa. So till now we have been manufacturing GDC technology, because of which we have been limiting our customers. Now we are getting into another technology which is a LPDC technology. And hopefully that technology should be up and running in next 10 to 12 months. And the initial order which we have got is, as you mentioned, from the one Korean OEM for its upcoming model in the next festive season. So while this order may not be that significant compared to our current volume, but definitely it opens the new door of getting access into that technology and sort of wider customer reach and deepen our penetration. So already in terms of four-wheeler market alloy wheel, we are the largest in the country.
Okay. Mr. Bohra, I just wanted to ask you about supply side.
Right.
Are your constraints now only demand? Supply more or less ironed out?
Definitely, supply is more or less ironed out. So, Lata, initially, if you remember, there was a huge migration which was happening initially, but that migration is now coming back. And one of the critical factor what we sort of look at is not only our production or our workforce. We first thing we look is our supply chain and our supply chain issues. Because if there is one issue in small component, definitely you can't make a vehicle. So the entire supply chain has to be sort of knitted very closely back to back ended.
Okay.
So that is what we have a very, very strong team who works specifically on the supply side of management, looking at supplier issues, looking at how do we support our supply chain, how do we make sure that the supplier's issues gets ironed out and the supply is robust. So if I see today, supply side is more or less addressed. I think it's more of a demand side which is driving the growth.
Okay, well, you're the second auto ancillary player today, telling us that demand has picked up quite a bit. We were speaking with Suprajit Engineering a while back as well. Thanks so much for joining us and have a good day. That's the word coming in from Minda Industries. They say the demand has definitely picked up and supply side issues have also been resolved. The stock has actually seen a bit of a pickup from the lows. But look at the market, it's piling on its gains and it's only building on to the strength, right, Anuj? And that's the sign of, I guess, a healthy market.
Yes, and once again,